Mila.
Hello everybody, thank you for being here.
Can I just say, you are so textured.
Thank you so much. Did you check my eyes?
Oh, they're green today.
Yeah.
Tiger green.
So I got it all green today. Yeah.
So just to confirm, you're wearing contacts.
Which context?
Oh no, you're naturally green. Forgive me.
Yeah. No, I don't have a context. No. But people think sometimes they're blue, they're like yellow, and then I just ask them, come closer, and then I'm like, that's how I check if I can fall in love with a person, you know?
Are you in love right now?
It's a hard one, and it's in front of many people. So let's just. I think you can check it out in my performance. If you can feel, then I'm in love.
Now Mila. Let's talk about Mila. Who is she?
Wow. So we decided to explain everything through the myth of the Orpheus and the Eurydice. You know, the whole lyrics were inspired by the myth itself, and then we wanted to make the staging as well in the same manner. We took the inspiration from the mythology, so think of me as an Orpheus singing the song to the Eurydice, hello. And I'm going to the hell to try to get the love back. So the whole thing is about the love, the ultimate love, the things that people are ready to do in order to save love. So yeah, one of the things we wanted to represent on the staging is the struggle between the good and the evil. And having good winning in the end is something that we need more than ever. That's something that I feel deeply inside, and that's what I think world needs really, really much. Anyway, Mila is, you know, I have a person in my head when I sing. There is something that I feel deeply inside of myself when I sing. You know, I decided to go with a ballad this year, deleting 2 songs before going to the national finals in Serbia that I didn't feel, to be honest. So we had some kind of like faster, catchy songs, and then I was like, okay, I'm not feeling this. And if I'm about to go in front of so many people, I want to represent myself in a light that I can stand in front of, you know. So I just wanted to be myself 100%. I think Mila and a ballad is something that I can really relate to. And as I mentioned before, I really think that in art and music, it's really important for artists to sing what they feel and what they are going through, mostly because that's the only way people can relate to everything we are doing. You know, if I cannot touch you with art, then what is my point as an artist, you know? So I would not feel myself, I think, as I would be a liar going with something else at this moment. So even now when I speak about this, I have a goosebumps because the emotions, everything, a lot of things happen in my life that makes me just accumulate the energy, the emotions and everything. And, you know, I had a peak of it going with a tram through the Basel, you know, having to meet all the people waving at you around. I had a makeup and I stopped myself from crying like 10 times, you know, just not to have the makeup in my ears, in my eyes, sorry. Yeah, because I have it in my ears as well. I hope you see it. The texture is like, everything is so cool. It matches my green eyes. You have the reflection. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it. I can keep talking, but let's.
We love it. We love it when you talk, and also when you're dragged across the floor in your performance. What's going on there?
Well, I'm hoping to go in the finals and be after Friends. Yeah, so that would be an amazing one. You know, we took 30 seconds that we think are most intensive and the most exotic, let's say like that. And it's most important in the whole storytelling of the choreography because it's a transition that leads us to the whole point of the choreography. And, you know, it's hard singing while you're being dragged. And we just wanted to get some more attention from the people. Because we are proud of everything we've been doing in like past couple of weeks. We changed like the whole performance in terms of what we had on the national finals. the music arrangement as well. One of the greatest song artists and performers on the Balkans was a co-producer, Željko Joksimović. So it's a big pleasure being here. I have a lot of support, and we're doing like everything we can in order for people to watch it and feel the message, and to represent Serbia and to represent myself in the end. So yeah, I hope, and I think that we did the best with the 30 seconds we chose.
And you have some very flamboyant dancers in these black, sparkly outfits. Are they demons?
Exactly. Thank you for asking that. They are demons. So as I'm represented in like red suit, which represents love and passion, I am the Orpheus in the whole choreography. My friends, the dancers, the demons. You see how I went chronologically. You start from the friends and then you end up with the demons. I'm kidding, but they are represented as the demons. They are trying to drag me into hell. So that is the whole point, and that's why they are represented in the black costumes.
Are you used to working with dancers, or was this a new experience?
I am used to working with them. I'm participating in one cabaret in Belgrade, so I have 3 performances during a week. And I'm used to being surrounded by many people, by dancers, you know, being in any kind of performance. So, you know, I was thinking about being like alone, but then I thought, okay, I'm thinking like from the ego, not from the whole thing that we want to represent, you know. So we just realized, you know, and it means a lot to me, to be honest. It's not easy being alone. I appreciate every single person in general going on that stage, but being alone on the Eurovision stage, man, those people deserve like hell of applause, really.
Let's give them a round of applause.
Yeah, please.
Honestly, yes.
And also, let's keep this applause for everybody participating last night on the first semi-final.
Last night, of course, we did lose 5 acts, 5 artists. Were you watching, and what were your feelings when your friends were eliminated?
So, to be honest, I was not watching the whole performance because my heart started bumping. So I just decided to go to my room and chill, but I got the results. You know, I feel sorry because I know how much everybody wants to be in the final, you know, especially for Klemen and Marko, who are my closest friends since we all come from Balkan. But also anybody, like, you know, Red Sebastian was one of my favorites, like both as a person, he's so humble, so dear guy. And yeah, I love him so much, and I hope I'm gonna see him as well here tonight. And having him coming here today is what makes him like the most beautiful person, the bravest, and showing the soul, the pure soul of the artist. So please, for everybody not coming to final, I think they already achieved a lot coming to Eurovision in general. So I think we all should be proud of ourselves coming here in the first. So yeah, if you're okay with that, I would like to ask for like applause for everybody not going to the final as well.
You are such a gentleman.
I really feel, you know, that because we're all going through same things, and I can imagine how I would feel not going to the finals, giving everything I could. But in the end, you know, even though it's a like song contest, we're here to represent our country and ourselves and what we are capable of doing. If our music can inspire anybody, whatever we do during the whole process, inspire anybody, you know, we already achieved the biggest goal than any kind of winning the Eurovision, you know. That's what I really think. Because otherwise you feel a lot of pressure for everybody, and I think music and art should like inspire and share love, and eventually then you feel pressure. Which is hard to avoid, to be honest.
Tusen tack. I want to ask you, why do you speak Norwegian?
Okay, snakker du norsk? Ja, det gjør. Det flere som snakker norsk her. Hei. Sorry for that. So I'm in Norwegian, Norway, and Scandinavia. Half of my life. I was searching for the word, but then I just came with the Norwegian one. Sorry. I had a lot of friends from Norway, and they were visiting my family, my friends, and they were bringing a lot of brown cheese when I was younger. Brunost, yeah. And then I just decided to go to the Faculty of Philology because I love languages in general, you know, and I like culture, literature. It's a hard word to say, literature. Why can't it be like just poetry, and it includes everything? So I heard a lot of cool things about the cathedral of like Scandinavian languages and culture in Serbia, and I just followed my instinct and my intuition. I went there, and then I used to teach people from all over the Balkan Norwegian. I was living out of it, like maybe for like 6 or 7 years, and then I jumped 100% in music maybe like 3 years ago. So like after being in music like for 16 years, I started living with it and like being 100% lately. So yeah, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Yeah.
And I want to rewind a little further. You're not just good with dance and being on stage, you move your body in other ways. Karate.
Yeah, well, thankfully I'm not using karate on the stage because yeah, that would be hard for dancers. You know, when I was a kid, I started training karate in my hometown Vranje, and then we moved to Belgrade in 2002. So I just continued doing karate, and eventually I would end up with a black belt and being part of national selection in Serbia. So my first competition on the national selection in Serbia got me the first place. So I'm kind of used to being part of competition, being under the pressure, you know, since I was a kid. I was vice champion of the Balkans. That's actually what I just realized when I was in Romania, like in 2007, I think, like on the Balkan Championship, and I was in the finals. But before you come to finals, you have to wait. Like everybody has to finish their own part, and then you have a finals like maybe 3 hours later. And I remember that I had a first panic attack when I was maybe 15 years old, just because I lost my balance in the finals, and that's why I ended second. That's what I want to think about it, anyway. So afterwards, I just continued with sports, karate. I tried to be a goalkeeper, but I was like too short. I could jump, and then I didn't do anything. I was just like, oh, but the ball is there. So they did not invent the jetpack yet. And I just got back to karate, and yeah, puberty went in. My brother introduced me to Pearl Jam's and Vranje Seattle scene. So first thing got me into like being on the scene was rock music. Even though like when I was a kid, I was listening to a lot of pop from the Balkans. Even like then I had like CD from some kind of candies that we got for free, including opera stuff like Black Swan and stuff like that. So a lot of different things happen, and yeah. I feel like on therapy, man. I just sit here and I realize a lot of stuff about myself. It's interesting. Thank you for being part of my growing up. Yeah.
Well, as we continue to look into your psyche and your soul, let's talk about musical theater. You've portrayed many characters, big shows like Jesus Christ Superstar. Of all the characters you've portrayed, which one spoke to your soul the most?
Well, let's start with the Jesus Christ Superstar, because that is the first big role I ever got. And even though it did not happen because the COVID started maybe after our second rehearsal, it got me so many things, like including developing of myself, because I had to go deeper in everything the musical is about, vocal techniques as well. The cool thing is that I cannot read the notes, you know, like I never went to musical school or anything. Like maybe 2 days when I was 7 years old, but then I realized I didn't get the piano and I just ran away. So I started learning like notes, and then I ran away because to me it still looks like the little ants who just don't want to run away. They're not afraid of me. They just keep staring at me and judging me, you know. And it's a lot because, you know, after that I got many invitations for different festivals. So I started like from Kazakhstan to a lot of online festivals, including Malta, Italy, Spain. Then I ended up in Bulgaria in the Voice. So it's a long journey. Yeah, Lithuania as well. I could remember more. Yeah.
Let's talk about The Voice. In Bulgaria, why Bulgaria and how were you received?
So one day I was sitting home and I got a message on the Facebook, like, would you like to come to Glasetna, Bulgaria? And I was like, okay, yes. Sinan is here and he knows what it means. I just went straight to Bulgaria. I didn't know it was The Voice. Гласът на Bulgaria means The Voice of Bulgaria. But then I just ended up in the big production and I was like, oh, damn. So I have to sing actually like a real thing, okay? And then I just like went through the first round, the blind audition. And every time I had to go to Sofia and come back to Belgrade, like every single time. And that was also during COVID period. And it was extremely hard because you remember what we all had to do, like in order to go through the borders and stuff like that. At one time I had to be like granted by the health minister of Bulgaria in order to go through the border. A lot of things happened like during that time. So I spent I think 6 months because you record 3 rounds during the summer, and then the whole show starts from September. And then I would eventually come back on the top 12 thing, going live. And then the whole story of my solo career actually starts. Out of nowhere, following my intuition, just going, following the flow and doing what I really, really love. Because wherever I would go, like even it was like Kazakhstan, going alone, not having a single fan of mine. I would be safe because I had a microphone and I had the opportunity to sing. That's what makes me feel like home. Even like the big stage at the Eurovision, when I grab the microphone and when I sing, something just happens and then you feel safe all of a sudden.
And speaking of singing, what's your go-to karaoke song? And can you sing the chorus for us?
Oh, I have a couple of them. Sunday morning, rain is falling. Still some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouding us in moment unforgettable. You twist and feed the mold that I'm in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. Then maybe, oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Now, I want to open the floor to questions. So this is your moment to touch greatness. Raise your hands. Give us your questions for Prince.
I saw the first hand very quickly down here.
Just let me open the water, please.
Do you want still or sparkling?
Yeah, it would be cool if it's still.
Okay.
Is it still?
Yeah, that's still.
Yeah, non gasata.
Okay, hi Prince, this is Claudia from Basel.
Hi.
I'd like to know, you've been talking about rock music, so I would like to know from you which are your favorite bands?
I would always go with Pearl Jam, like the first band I was ever listening to, so hard and deep. I know everything about Pearl Jam, like all of their albums. I was so crazy about them that I remember like going on Google Maps and I was like trying to see the area where they live. Like I was all about Eddie Vedder, and I think I got a lot of like those scene moves that I got from Eddie Vedder. The rock energy and everything. So sometimes it happens that I sing like pop ballad, and I would like feel like stage diving all of a sudden. So yeah, Soundgarden, Audioslave, Pantera, Sepultura, I can keep on going, yeah. There are metal bands as well. Thank you.
Next question. Don't be shy. In the back.
Yes.
Hi, what is your favorite Serbian Eurovision entry?
Wait just a second, sorry. I'm really sorry. Kad na te pomislim, bojim se da te opet zavolim. Umodre usne, zarijem zube, da pravu bol zaboravim. Lane moje ovih dana, više i ne tuguje. That's the song that made me want to be on the Eurovision. So yeah, it's really historical moment for me, like having to sing Lani Moje in front of Eurovision public, like being a part of song where Željko was co-producer. Yeah, thank you for the question. You just made something beautiful come out of me.
Next question. Well, I have one while people gather their thoughts and raise their hands.
Sure.
You're going to rehearsal immediately after this.
Yep.
Then you have another rehearsal this evening. Yet you've chosen to come and be with your fans, to use that voice. You're built differently. How do you keep going and going and going?
You know, even when the hardest moment comes, I get the energy from something beautiful. So I don't think the singing necessarily is like throwing the energy. You get a lot of energy as well, because when I see like people coming here, like smiling or listening to, you know, it's a beautiful thing for me, and it just gives me an energy boost. So I just go with the flow. I do what I feel, you know.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, really. Last chance to ask questions.
Yes, we have one down here.
Hi, Prince. This is Sarah. I wonder, like,
Hi.
when does the nervousness spike the most? Is it like before going to stage, when you step on it, or just like the hour before?
When does the being nervous part starts? I think you're nervous all the time. You just learn how to live with it. Like being courage doesn't mean like not having fear. Everybody has fear. You just keep on going because you believe. You just throw yourself into fire, and then you just learn how to live with it. So I think I learned how to live with it. I had a lot of experience with like going through those things, but I have fear. I am nervous as well. So before I go there, you know, I think, you know, do I have like one more minute? Okay, so I remember like being in pre-party in Amsterdam, you know, and feeling the crowd. I think there were like maybe 5,000 or 6,000 people. I didn't know how to react, you know, before going to stage. I was used to like being alone, especially the national finals in Serbia. We don't have a crowd, you know, so you're on your own. And I got used to it. So when I went out, I felt peace all of a sudden, and it was like really beautiful. I remember like having a lot of people with the flashlights on. So I think I'm connected with the audience, and breathing is really necessary thing, and you have to do something for yourself as well. Like I don't know if that's gonna be meditation, breathing exercises, something like that, just to be aware of every single moment and to stay true to yourself. I think those, like, if you're honest and when you are sure in what you are doing, you will never feel the fear as much as if you would go with something that's not a part of you.
And Prince,
welcome to my TED Talk.
You know, that moment before you go on the stage, do you have a routine? What's the last thing you do in those final minutes?
I try to be alone as much as I can. Hug is something that really helps me. So I hug with dancers, I hug with my team, drinking a lot of water, trying to build the form so that I don't think about like what is there, like why I could do this, you know, before that. So it's really important for you to be ready, to know what you need to do for yourself, like do vocal exercise, drink those pastilles for your throat, whatever it is. And you know, it's really important for you to say that you can do it. You know, especially when you're a solo artist or when you expose yourself more. A lot of people will go out and say like maybe, of course, good things about you, but bad as well. And then you have to believe in yourself. Like even if you were expecting nice words from someone and it didn't come, you are the one who has the right to tell everything beautiful to yourself. So I can do it, and I don't feel selfish for saying that to me. I know I can do it. I deserved it. I was working my off for coming to this point, you know. So that's also a very important part. It's a lot about the psychology, like.
Final question for you, because I want to make sure everyone has time to take a photo with you at the photo board. When you leave that stage after your semi-final and hopefully the grand final, what do you want people to remember about Prince?
I would be happy if people can feel anything. Like feeling something out of my performance is a compliment to me. I wouldn't involve with like directing what people want to remember. I think that's your thing. You will remember me or not. If you remember me for what I woke up in you. And if I wake anything up in you, that's beautiful for me. Yeah.
What a beautiful answer. That answer was so good. We have a goodie bag for you, please, from Helvetia to Serbia.
Cool. Thank you so much. Should I open it now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll hold the mic for you.
Oh my God! You know, this is my first Eurovision T-shirt. I don't have any. Thank you so much. I now have a souvenir. Yeah. Oh. I have a first aid if I don't clean the floor as I plan to. So if I lose my hair, I have a tool to pick it up and donate it. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Vala, you slay. Everyone, Prince!
Hvala, thank you so much for being here.